Welcome back to video number 2. This is the best email autoresponder, which I think is GetResponse series. Video number 2. If you didn't see video number 1, make sure you go back and take a look at video number 1. But today I'm talking about, again, what I believe is the best email autoresponder, which is GetResponse, using the GetResponse platform. And in today's video, in video number 2, it's Rob McCann down here in the corner again. But in video number 2 here, we're going to talk specifically about how to use your autoresponder to be able to broadcast red hot content. And I'll show you what I mean by red hot content in just a moment. Drive some free traffic to your online real estate. Nothing better than having the right piece of real estate and having traffic coming by it, seeing your promotions, seeing what it is in services and goods and value that you have to offer to the community. Make more sales using some very cool ninja tricks that I learned, and I'm just passing those on to you, and also show you a way to save time. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to spend some time in here. I broke this apart separately as a separate video for a little bit more advanced training in this 2 series video here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So back we are in my GetResponse account, and remember how I'm talking about doing this red hot content, right? Okay, well, what the heck, Robert? What do you mean by red hot content? So before I jump into there, let's go over to Yahoo, and I'm going to just show you as an example. You could do this with just about anything, but if you take a look at Yahoo over here, and I'll move my screen around a little bit, but so you can see over here, you're going to see in the right hand corner top holiday searches, right? And you want to take a look. These are trending topics. Let me go ahead and refresh the page. You'll know it's live. These are trending topics of what's going on earlier in the day. As I was preparing the content to shoot this tutorial video, something popped up over here, and it was titled Best Tablet for Kids. You'll see it here on this trending now. When I was doing this earlier, best tablets for kids. And what that means is people are going on the search engines. This one's Yahoo in specific, but obviously it's December 2014, holiday season coming up. Parents are typing in, what are the best tablets for kids? That's what I mean by red hot content. If you can create some content around that, stick it on your real estate, take advantage of the traffic that's already being circulated where there's a lot of demand coming from, you're going to pick up some free content. And I'm going to show you here in just a moment on how to repurpose that content, turn your autoresponder into a traffic driving machine, cash generating machine, and use a few ninja tricks as well that I recently learned. So all I did was I went in here and I looked under this topic, best tablets for kids, right? And I found a couple of different articles and I reviewed them. Here's one of them. They talked a few different things about Consumer Reports. There was a video, and I just kind of quickly 10 minutes. I mean, I didn't spend the whole key with online marketing, or really with any marketing with any business, it's more important to take action than it is to spend all of your time. You're not going to make any money constructing what I'm going to show you to construct. These are tools that you're going to use to plan on your real estate all over the web, to be able to attract people to you, to be able to get the high value services and products that you have into their hands. But anyway, I spent about 10, 15, 20 minutes tops going through, reading some content here, looking through that. And then what I did is I created a blog post. That's part of my online real estate portfolio. I created a blog post, and it's called, Best Tablets for Kids. And it's right here. You can see on my URL, it goes right to my blog post, and you can see it's a long tail keyword right there, Best Tablets for Kids. So if people are searching for that, they'll be able to find that. Okay, so that's not, I'm not here to talk about my blog. I'm here to talk about this post. What I did is it's very keyword centric, but are you shopping for the top tables for your kids? Made a mistake, but I'll go back and fix it. That's the beautiful part about taking action. You can make mistakes and go back and fix it. So anyway, I embedded a video here, so as a resource. And I'm not in the business of selling tablets, but I'm using this particular technique to capture some free traffic, and I'm going to show you how your autoresponder integrates. If you just stick around for a few more moments here, But the ninja tricks I want to show you here as I go through, and I mentioned the Consumer Reports, PC Magazine. If you notice, these are hyperlinked, and they're hyperlinked back to the corresponding pages, which I showed you earlier, Consumer Report, PC Magazine report. And that's important because when the search engines are, the spiders are looking, they want to see that this is a two-way piece of real estate, right? In other words, not a black hole. You're not just trying to drive traffic into black hole and people can't get back. If they see it's two-way, it's going to up your quality and push you up in the search results. So I go through here, and again, I backlink. These are backlinks that you can use, and as we work together in the future, if you decide to work with me, I can show you some different trainings, some additional ninja techniques and tactics that you could use in your business. But I just want to show you these basic ones that not everybody knows about. And you can see I'm linking back to Amazon. I'm going through some resources. And all I really did is on a Microsoft Word document, I typed out a quick little, I didn't copy anybody's, don't steal anybody's content, right? Like, in other words, don't go over to Consumer Reports here in this report and just copy, say, okay, well, I'm just going to take that and copy and paste it. No, don't do that. Okay, you wouldn't like it, then you don't do it. Don't do it to somebody else. But you could read something and kind of palletize that in your own way, create your own content. You see here, I mean, I didn't write a novel. I just gave a quick review about that and a couple of different resources. All I said is, I know firsthand about my two grandkids have grown up with iPads, and they're excellent at filling up their Amazon shopping carts because they know how to click the add to cart function. We prefer the iPads for the kids, but one includes some extra resources. You can see the PC Magazine. I put a slideshow. PC Magazine had a great slideshow over here where they go through and they talk about the different. This is content that they've created, and they love for other people to drive traffic to them, and that's really what I'm doing. And I'll show you how this integrates to your autoresponder in just a second because it's some really, really cool stuff here. And very ninja stuff that not a lot of people are teaching you. Put a picture of myself and my grandkids here playing, having a good time, a little photo bomb in the back, and that's really simple what you do. Now, here's the trick. If you take this link, right, and you copy and paste this link, I'm going to show you where you can use that, how you can save some time, and what else did I tell you? We're going to drive red hot content, free traffic, make more sales, save time. Okay. So you get back in your email campaign. So let's say you've got 5,000, you've got five, it doesn't matter if you have one person, five people, 500, 5,000, whatever the number is, you need to be contacting your subscriber base every single day. Those are your assets, those are your people. You got to touch base with them every single day in addition to your autoresponders. So as you're creating content, like I'm creating content here, as you're creating that content, you want to then take that content and syndicate it. So I would like all of my subscribers that are on my list, a lot of them I'm going to track parents with kids, to be able to see this article because it might help them, right? Right. Okay. So what I do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to, let me get back out of here. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a newsletter, which is a campaign. You saw this in my earlier video here. Excuse me, not a campaign, a broadcast. And I'm going to put in something here. Let's see. I just call this tablets. And I think I made up a title over here. Are you shopping for the top tables? Here, I made the mistake again. So it's tablets for your kids, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and put the address I want in there. We're gonna, like you saw in my first video, save that and then go on to the next step here. And we're gonna, in this case, I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna I'll show you this one to create a template from scratch, a real live template. And I'm just gonna bring in some text that I had constructed. I'm gonna copy and paste it in here. And it's really the same text that I used in the other. Let me go ahead and get a good copy here. Stand by 1 second. Okay. So what I want to do is get rid of all of this and paste that content in there. Okay, so I'm pasting the content in here, and you might have remembered in the last video I was talking about mobile preview and how things work in the mobile preview section. And I wanted to show you here, um, let's see, let me get out of that. Okay, when you look over here in the mobile preview, you could see how my paragraph is not lining up right. That's because the formatting, when I did it in the Word document, I brought it over here. And that's why I said it's important to make sure you know where your sentence ends in the frame of the mobile device. So in this case, it's ending after the word no. So I'm going to actually shorten it up, and I'm going to end it after the word, let's see, first of all, I like to knock this down. That the font's too big. Bring that down to, I like to use the 13 font. Okay, so let's take a look. And that's on agenda. So let's get over here. Excuse me, no surprise. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut that off here, right here. All right, and then just kind of, I'm going to quickly, live while we're here together, just show you. I think it's valuable that you could see how simple this is. I'm doing it live right in front of you, making my mistakes. And this is really what I do on a daily basis. So in other words, when it's time to, create. When I say to send an email out to your entire a broadcast message to your lists, something outside of you actually doing your autoresponder, in other words, something live and relevant. This is what I mean. And as you're watching me, as I'm doing this, and as you're watching closely, as I'm clicking and editing or whatnot, it's not taking a lot of time. A matter of fact, and it's not even that difficult. I'm actually carrying on a conversation with you. I'm doing the tutorial at the same time. It really, really is not that difficult. So now what we want to do is I'm going to add an image here. And I'll use this kind of funky graffiti image. Again, this is just a tutorial or whatnot. I just wanted to show you, the ease and simplicity of, how to operate this. And it's key and important. And again, here, just to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean up some of this. Head over to my blog post for all of the PC magazine and consumer report resources. Hope you enjoy. Robert. Okay, and you can quickly you could drop an image block in here. This is why I love get response, because I can come in here real quick, grab my images here. I'm just going to throw an image in there of me real quick, shrink it down a little bit. I don't like it to be too big, because the object is, you're not the object. People are not interested in in you necessarily. They're interested in the problem that they have, that they believe that you can solve for them. And that's all you're really trying to do, is address a particular problem, try to solve it for them. Okay. Now here's a trick that you want to do. Remember I said to get the link. Let me bring this down here, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this link. I'm going to copy this link. I didn't show you this in the first video. I'll show you this here. Okay, you can see the PC Magazine slideshow here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to in this case, all you do is you highlight that, you come down here, and you grab this link, you put your blog link in there. Wherever it is you want them to go, that's where you're going to put that. Inside of your email, that's where you want to go. That's where you want to send them. Let's see, where else could I put that? You want to take any photos, you want to link that, because people will click the photos just to say, hey, maybe I want to save that photo. And wouldn't it be nice if they ended up on your blog, read your blog? You're getting traffic, you're getting more eyeballs on your blog, and that's very, very important. That's what I'm talking about the free traffic, and driving them over there. And here I'm going to put here's another. I like doing it in the text. I don't like doing big obvious calls to action, in the sense of, like some big, huge sign, hey, check out my stuff. I think people don't, they don't gravitate to it all that well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this, and then we're going to go ahead and move on. And I'm going to show you real quickly how this works. Okay, so what we're going to do is, okay, so again, this is my kind of like my test. I play with this account or whatnot, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab some people in here. And here, just go ahead. Again, I want us to speed along here and not take a long time here. And what we're going to do is you've got to do this inbox preview. Very important. Do the inbox preview. It's going to take a couple of minutes to do some previews or whatnot, right? And you'll be able to see what those previews are here in just a moment. So I'll pause the video until that's ready. Hold on. And what I'll do here is show you, this is the preview, of what it's going to look like in somebody's inbox, which I think is always good for you to see that as well. So if you take a look here, this is how it's going to lay out in their inbox. And if they click the images, they click the hyperlinks or any of that, it's immediately going to take them straight over to your online real estate. And if you'll notice, what you ought to be doing in your online real estate is try to give a ton of value right here. You're trying to help your audience solve the problem. And we know what the problem is, right? The problem is people are searching for best tablets for kids. You've done a search engine optimized post, best tablets for kids. You've titled it that way. You're collecting the resources, and then you're going to go ahead and syndicate these things. And at the bottom, you're going to be able to put in here, looking for, this is just me, this is how I market, very subtly, in this case, tell them about what you love to do, and, just a quick little, hey, this is how I do it. And they can click that link and take a look at, at my particular business. So I really just wanted to come back, show you that. I hope you got great value. There should be a link below this video that you can click and go over. Again, I've done a full written out with all of these videos collected in one place to make life a lot easier for you, of my review of GetResponse. I'm a subscriber. I love the service. I think it's super simplistic. It'll save you time if you use it right, and you implement a couple of these little tips and tricks that I've learned over the months and months of doing this, and from listening to mentors that are achieving the results that I'm achieving. And in your business, that's very important. Find the mentors that you can kind of hub around and glean something from them, model their success. I hope you got great value out of the video. Rob McCann here, Non-Conventional Family. Click that link below and read the whole blog post, bookmark it. There's some other resources and links that I put over there for you for GetResponse, which I think is the best email autoresponder out there on the market right now. So take care. See you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.